and welcome to Kia Ora Chloe Yoga. I'm Chloe, and this week we'll be looking at ways to relieve back pain, working from your lower back, through your spine and up to your neck. So if you've got a block, go grab one, go grab your mat, and let's share this practice. Okay, fab. So we're going to start by bringing ourselves into a child's pose. So this is really lovely, restorative, resting pose that you can just come in. It eases your back, takes any pressure off. Really lovely if you're at the end of your day, it's been a bit stressful and you just want to surrender yourself and just feel lovely and supported under the earth. Right, so come down. You can either come into knees together this way, down, hands by your side, forehead onto the mat if it reaches it, or you can go into a wide leg child's pose. So through this, you want to bring your hands forward, try and keep your bum as close to your heels as possible, and bring your forehead down to the mat. From here, we're going to take a few inhales and exhales together, just feeling the expansion of our belly coming down onto our thighs. And we might be able to feel an expansion of the spine as well. So when we're exhaling, bringing lots of lovely oxygen to our bellies, it will help our spine just elongate and stretch that out nicely. So coming down into child's pose. And from here, we're going to bring our hands forward and imagine we're holding small tiny little sunshines in each hand, in each palm. We're going to arch our fingers, so we're just getting a nice stretch in the shoulders, easing into those areas, and again bringing our attention to any tensions that might be going on there. And bring your hands back. We'll come into a seated position. Now this might be on your knees. It might be cross-legged. I like to be cross-legged. I think I did that a lot when I was a child, so it feels nice to be in this position for me. So feel nice and grounded. We just want to make sure we feel rooted into the ground. Our sit bones feel strong and supported. And just have your hands wherever it feels comfortable. So they can be in your lap, on your knees, up, whatever feels right for you today. Together, we're going to take an inhale and exhale. And again. This time we're going to bring our shoulders up. So we're going to imagine we're going to bring all that tension in. All the tension to our shoulders, our face. Imagine no one's watching. No one's watching here. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Maybe some animals are watching me. That's possible. But I'm alright with that. So we want to scrunch our face up with our next inhale and lift our shoulders really tight up. Hold it all up there. And on your exhale, just let it all go. Good. And we'll do that again together. Making a really silly impression with our face. I know I look ridiculous, that's fine. And exhale together. Okay. And working on the neck because the spine is all connected. It supports our head. Our neck is holding a lot there. We've got to give some love to our neck. So very gently bringing our head to the right, holding there. You can give it a little, just a gentle encouragement, feeling a nice stretch down this side, down the left hand side, and breathe in and out. back to center, and we'll go to the other side. Feeling a nice stretch on the other side too. And then back to center on the next inhale. And we're going to draw little circles with our nose, starting small. Imagine you're painting a picture with your nose. Drawing a big sunshine. Enjoying it. Lovely, and when you go to your full capacity, come back the other way, starting big. And drawing and painting a smaller and smaller circle until you reach back to the middle. Lovely. And we'll take one more inhale together and exhale. Feeling those shoulders roll back. Good. Okay. From here, we're going to get into our cat-cow position. If you're not familiar with this pose, I'll give you a demo now. So we'll come onto all fours. We want to make sure our hands are underneath our shoulders. We've got a nice, neutral, flat spine. So just feel nice length here. And our knees underneath our hips. So just wiggle yourself into position. On an inhale, we're going to drop that belly and bring our heads up towards the sky for our cow. On an exhale, drawing that belly in, drawing that core in, and arching our back like a scared cat at Halloween. And we'll do a few rounds of this together. Warming up the back nicely, bringing our attention to each vertebra as we crawl back down. And close your eyes if that feels nice. I've got mine closed under my sunglasses. You probably can't see, but that's okay. And arch back. On an exhale. And we'll just have a bit of fun. So it's quite nice. Start warming up the hips as well. I've been for a run this morning, so it's quite nice to bring some attention to those slightly tight hips. Coming forward, inhaling up, exhaling round, doing a nice figure of 8, just really getting it all nice and juicy at the back there. Lovely. And arching up. And when you're ready, bring yourself back to a neutral spine. Very good. Okay. From here, we're going to move into our first downward facing dog. So just shuffling our hands forward a little bit, tucking our toes, and bringing our sit bones up towards the sky. And our head down, making sure we've got a nice flat spine. Our fingers and our hands are nicely spread, almost so you can see the white of your fingertips. And it's not about getting your feet flat on the ground. It's not really about that. A lot of people think that you need to get, oh, I'm a good yogi if I can get my feet flat. But really what you're doing there is just putting too much strain on your hamstrings before you're ready. So just bend those knees and bring your hips up. And even come onto your tiptoes if that helps. And that will just help you feel that lengthening of the spine, which we're trying to bring a focus to today. So it's really important that it feels good and feels nicely stretched. Not overstretched, just nicely stretched. Okay. Let's take a few breaths here together. Breathing into the shoulder girdle, making sure we're nicely looped around in our shoulders. Okay. We'll come into our first vinyasa today. So rolling forward onto tiptoes. Again, feeling that almost like the cat-cow. Going forward, arching each spine and coming down into plank. Now, you might want to just shuffle your hands. Feel like you're strong and supported in the ground. You should feel a nice archway coming round here, like a cathedral arch. And your hips are tucking down and feeling supported, okay? So feeling some tension in the core, The thighs are starting to charge up, feeling good. From here, you might want to drop your knees if that's more comfortable and in your practice. We'll come down to chaturanga. And from here, tucking down our bum, bring our hips forward, making sure our shoulders and our elbows are nicely tucked in, and coming up to a cobra or baby cobra. For now, as we're focusing on our spine, let's not come up into an upward facing dog. That's just putting too much pressure on here. So just a slight little baby cobra or cobra. And on an exhale, tuck those toes and come back up to downward dog. Again, taking a few breaths together. On our next inhale, we're going to bring our right leg forward to the top of our mats. We can do this by bringing both knees down if that's more comfortable and just guiding it forward, coming into a runner's lunge, or if it's in your practice, bring it forward like that. Just make sure it's soft and steady, you know, falling back down onto the mat. I don't want to hear any thuds. Okay, from here, runner's lunge. Bring that knee down if that's more comfortable. Just on your tips of your fingers, bring yourself up, making sure there's a nice vertical shin, ankle, knee. And bringing that right leg back into plank, and we'll go through that again. So we can come down onto knees, going down, elbows tucked in, bum down, up to baby cobra or cobra. On an exhale, tuck toes, back up to downward dog. I'm going to go to do the same on the left hand side, so bringing that foot forward, bring it down to your knees, bring it forward to a runner's lunge. Tendency here is to sort of arch that back, but we'll make sure we're nice and light on our fingertips. And we're facing up like that. I can hear some very active hens going on there, maybe it's laying time. And on the next exhale, bringing that left foot back and up into downward dog. So bring yourself from your downward facing dog. We're going to bring our knees gently down towards our mat. And we're going to come back into a child's pose. So again, taking your option there, knees together or knees out to the side. I like this one. And bring yourself into child's pose and release that lovely length of your spine down. Well, child's pose is your friend, so if at any time during your practice, with me on my videos, you want to just come down and feel restful, this is a really lovely position to come down into. So just take another inhale and exhale here. And when you're ready, come back to all fours. Now, one way of really improving our back is to have a strong core. So this is a nice little exercise that will just help strengthen and activate the core area. So from all fours, we're going to bring our knees up and press into the tops of our feet. So we're just lifting slightly off the ground. At first, you'll probably think, oh, this is a bit easy, but you'll see the longer you stay, the more you'll start to activate that core and feel the benefits. So just stay here for a few breaths, inhaling and exhaling together. And bringing your attention to that central core area, making sure your alignment is still strong, so your hips over your knees, your wrists under your shoulders. And just see how long you can hover here for a while. And when you're ready, slowly bring those knees down and pull yourself back into a child's pose. Lovely. Okay, from here, come onto your backs. If you have a block, make sure that's near you. And we're going to come down slowly, vertebra by vertebra, onto our backs. And we're going to do some supportive lower back. This is really lovely, actually. This is one of my favorites. So this is a supported bridge, really useful to have a block. And just bring your feet and your heels so your hands can just tickle the ends of your heels and feel your lower back flush on the mat. There should be no gaps underneath here. So if you can slide your hand in, you shouldn't be able to do that. So just make sure you've got your back nice and flush with the mat. And with your block nice and easy to hand, bring yourself up from your pelvis, rolling your spine up towards a bridge pose. And this is where your block comes in handy. But just popping it underneath here. And if you don't have a block, actually, it's worth just saying, you can roll a towel or some blankets, or find something else that gives you that soft support. And we're just going to hang here for a while. It's just rather nice. You're going to enjoy the sunshine, get some rays. And now where your block or where your blanket goes, you should feel a nice flat surface under here where your sacrum is. And you'll just find a nice little slotting in of that block or that blanket, whatever it is that's supporting your lower back. And you should feel a nice release in the spine. And if you want to have a little bit of fun, just watch your belly inhaling and exhaling, making sure you're still getting that nice oxygen running through your body and through your veins. It's important here to make sure you've got a good alignment in your knees, so not letting them just sort of flail out, as nice as that feels. We want to keep some tension there, keeping our legs activated. This is very nice indeed. Thank you, New Zealand sunshine. And thank you, cockerels, for entertaining us with your calls. And when you're ready, you may just want to stay here, that's absolutely fine. But when you're ready, just lift yourself up from your pelvis, release that block away, and bring yourself down through your spine, feeling each section of your spine come down to your mat. Lovely, great. And here we want to go into an inversion. So an inversion is a really nice way just to settle down from the end of your practice, and just brings you into kind of a more rested state, slows down your heart rate. So the inversion we're going to try today is something that's, again, really yummy for your back, in particular your lower back. Again, if you've got a block, that's great. If not, that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to try without a block, but if you do have a block, again, finding that sacrum, that flat area at the bottom of your spine, and just feeling comfortable there, and you can lift yourself off from there and bring your feet up. But I'm going to try without a block today. I'm just going to offer you some options for how you can bring your legs up and potentially move into a bit more of an advanced pose. So again, feeling comfortable, feeling like your back is flush with the mat, or indeed with the block if you have it available to you. And we're going to bring our legs up like this. So this is option one. The legs might be straight, there might be slight softness in the knees, depends on where you are today. And we're going to hang here, enjoying the pose. We can bring our hands up as well. This is called a dead bug. Quite like that idea, imagining I'm a dead bug. Or hands down on the mat. If you want to take your practice further, you can just lift yourself up with your hands really gradually. Don't push yourself up quickly, making sure you've got the support from your hands underneath your hips. And this might be where you are. A nice supported shoulder stand. Again, if you want to take this a little bit further, sometimes I can do this, sometimes my body says no, so I'm just listening to what it's doing today. Just letting your hinging from your hips and bringing your toes down behind you. And you might find the earth. Ah, there we are. In fact, I'm going to bring myself a little bit further down my mat so you can see exactly what's going on. Okay, so options again with your mat, with your block underneath your sacrum, legs up. Without your block, or supported shoulder stand, or if you want to take it that step further, bringing your toes slowly, hinging from the hips, making sure you've got support from your hands and finding the earth. Try to do it with a little bit more control than what I did. And we'll take a few inhales and exhales together here. And when you're ready to come back up, use these useful tools. Bring them down to the mat to support yourself, and lifting one foot at a time. We want to come very, very gradually back down to our mats. Great. And shuffling back with your knees up, we're going to go into a twist. So your hands can be in cactus arms, or if you've got the space, out long. We're going to bring both knees to one side. You might need to shuffle your hips back a little bit so you feel that nice lengthening and central spine. And we're just going to bring our heads facing the other way to where our knees are. Enjoying the twist, breathing into each twist. You might be able to go a little bit further with each breath. And when you're ready, on an inhale, bringing yourself back to center. Try and lead with your hips, not with your knees, and your knees will follow. And we'll roll to the other side. Okay, and when you're ready, bringing yourself back to the center And we'll come into our corpse pose, our Shavasana, as we close our practice together today. Now, a little trick that I learned in Shavasana, if you have it near you, you can roll up a blanket or use your block. And I find this really helps my lower back, because sometimes it can be quite strong on your spine when you're in Shavasana, and it's difficult for some. So what I do is just place a block or a blanket rolled up underneath my bum, and it just takes that pressure away from my lower back, and it's just a really lovely, yummy final pose to feel all the benefits of your practice settle into your body. And you can thank yourself for bringing the attention to your spine and saying thank you for supporting me all day long. And relax. Let your body soften into the mat and enjoy this final resting pose together. Now you can stay here for as long as you like. I recommend it. It's really yummy, but you may have to get on with your day. So if you do, coming up, bring yourself back up to seated. And we'll close our practice together today with a final namaste. Thank you. Namaste. See you next time.